Alrighty, so we're continuing on with developing this Arazu fit that is gonna be. It's not really a fighting ship. I want it to tank. I want it to maybe be able to defend itself a little bit, and so. Grell, why do you come in here and first post link to somebody else's channel? I don't get it. I removed it. So right here, I need to reduce the cost of this a little bit though. And target range dampening script. I feel like that might be the best right there. Then we're gonna reduce the cost on this. And it brings us down by about 3,000 EHP. But it's also, you know, a few million compared to 43 million or whatever the other one was. And it's more standardized. Then for the mids here, so with this stuff here, I'm going to have to do some skills on this other character that's going to fly it. I don't think she has much jamming skills. So we've got one burst jammer in here. We can only do one. Signal radius suppressor. What is that? Cannot fit that. Okay. Then weapon disruptors. What is that really weird? God, I had a really, you know, maybe they changed the module. I had a really weird fit at one point that had this module that caused it to look like I was multiple ships. Slunzo, hello. Working on a Arazu Cyno fit. Yeah. So disrupts enemy targeting by generating a field of random sensor noise. Works especially well against radar systems incorporated into ships. Sure that's all right. Multi-spectrum jammer. Designed to offer blanket protection against all forms of targeting, not as effective as more specialized systems, still create an effective, less advanced targeting system. I think this is what they changed that other one into. So it's just against forms of targeting. I don't know that it would break a target like a burst jammer can. And it might be better to actually put in 2 more of these, the target range dampening, to break a target on somebody so they have to get really close in order to target. And then they have trouble targeting here, or that can break the target. This is all an experiment, you know? I don't know that it's going to work super well. I mean, this one, especially well against radar systems incorporated into ships built by Amar, Blood Raiders, Sancha Nation, and Triglavian Collective. It's kind of an interesting... Oh, because it's heavy on this one right here. I see. You popped one into live shows. All right. Let me look at it on my other character here. Since I already got this other one up. Interesting. $477 million. Wow. Compared to the other one being 305. Burst jammer, cap battery, remote sensor dampeners. It's stable with Newtoff. It says 50 seconds. Maybe it's this. Well, so okay, so I consider stable without caps, but yes, okay, so with caps it is. $20,000 DHP, and then this is 248 every 7 seconds and 486 every 7 seconds. I don't know that's going to survive that long. So 745 and 486, so 1200.
Skill training completed.
Like I have some other stuff to train here too on this character. And then the newt. I guess if they were to have to get close enough, having a newt be good. I think my other guy here, I suspect that he might be Mastery 5 on this already. Yeah, he is. So, so this kind of shows, you know, with all the skills, where we could be at. 1,000. Yeah, I'm trying to get the cost down more on these. What am I trying to use it for? Just as a Cyno. I just want it to have survivability if it gets attacked. That's what I'm thinking. You know, so I don't take a whole bunch of ship losses. Like, I always, so I haven't done much Cyno stuff since the Cyno changes, which are actually, what, like 3 years ago? And so I think I'm gonna have to treat this a little bit more as just closer to disposable. Well, that took considerable cost off, and it's almost the same. Try the Keldari version. Yeah, I'm pretty committed to doing this first with an Arazu. So, yeah, it's kind of where I'm at with it. I think that adding a multispectral ECM in here. This is the one that's the same with all, yeah. Can you run more than one of these at a time? Oh, how interesting. You can. That is kind of interesting. What's current state? You've been away for many years. What's the current state of Cyno? So they broke it into 3, and so let's see here. Somebody gave me an image. They broke the Cyno fields into 3 areas now. There's covert, there's industrial, and then there's just regular Cyno. The regular Cyno is what I'll use for, you know, these type of capital ships. And so yeah, that's what I'm looking at. So yeah, we tried completely bricking it, and we couldn't come up with enough EHP on it. This is the most EHP we've been able to get. It doesn't have any regen of it, you know, to fix itself, but I don't know. This isn't too expensive to try. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it yeah, this can do 2 types of Cynos. It can do the regular Cyno and it can do the covert. It can't do the industrial. So I kind of feel like this right here is worth a try. And what kind of drones are in here? Some Hornets and some Warriors. And that fills it. And would that be enough? These Hornets here with this would allow me to get away, but see, I'm going to be sitting on a station and I'm going to have this active, and then it's going to have a cooldown before I can dock too. I mean, I could warp away. So ECM and the Warrior, I guess that's fine. Guess that's fine. And then agency overclocker dose. Max velocity. Yeah, you don't need that. Not for how we're using this. And then ozone. How much ozone does this take per cycle? Consumption, liquid ozone. 90 units. And it lasts for 5 minutes. Yeah, so the new Cyno prevents me from moving, but once the Cyno goes down, then I could. And that would be my chance to break away, and why having the EC drones. I may not be able to dock though, because I might still be flagged. That's what I'm thinking. But this right here, I mean, it feels okay. It's not anything super special. I wonder if I'd run 2 scan resolution dampening and then switch over to the targeting range if they lock me. I think that's probably a good way to look at it. And then this is almost completely full. I'm not gonna live long enough. I'm surely, I'm almost positive I'll die with this. I'll just make a little bit painful to target me and stuff. So let's see if we can fit a second smart bomb in here. Nope. Okay, that's fine. I feel like this is a good enough fit to try. Bringing Arbor Logi might help. Yeah. But right now I have 3 characters in null. Most of my characters are high sec, but I have 3 characters in null. I could move some more out here though. And I have one that's going to be flying the capital ship, one that's going to be the scout, and one that's going to be the Cyno. So you got a possible fit just under 40k. Why does Discord need to be downloaded? We're not using Discord for the fits. They're in the in-game channel live shows. All right, and then I should be stable once the cat boosters are in, and can keep it stable, keep this up for a little while. So we got to remove the charge, because otherwise we're going to be overloaded when we save this. So I think that this is a starting point. It feels a little bit messy, but at the same time, what I feel like is that if I were to work with this a bit, I can refine it more through its use. It's certainly not at the range where I'd be like, oh, hey, this one works well. I don't know that. Get a friend to bring Logi for me. Yeah, it's possible. I want to be as self-sufficient as possible, though. I can tell you, though, on the new system I'm building, which is, it's back here. I bumped my camera. It's back here. There's a lot more to build on it. I'm waiting on the CPU. I have not been able to order my CPU. It went like instant back ordered. I apparently missed my 10-minute window or whatever to order it, and so I'm just gonna have to wait. And anyway, when I get that up and running, it is I'll be able to run 8 Eve clients simultaneously, all on screen at the same time. And so I can bring some more characters out here to null, and I can specialize them in, running Logi or whatever, if it's that important. I don't know that it will be, because another thing that I haven't really figured out yet is how often am I going to get found and blown up? Because if it happens once every 20 times I light a Cyno, then, my cost is, basically like 27 million, or less than that. It'd be, 13.5 million or something. And so that's, pretty inexpensive. The other way is if I keep losing them, that I do the disposable. That I do the disposable version. So, all right, I'll take a look at this other fit. Cheap. I need work on CPU. 39,000 DHP, and it can, it can rep it. Let's see here. Paste in there. 621 per what? 7.2? No, per 9. This character does not have the max skills yet. So does Cyno stay lit if the ship is destroyed? No, I don't think it does. I have some more skills to work on this character too. So optimal range disruption, scan resolution dampening, tracking speed disruption. Well, okay, so I won't be moving, so I wouldn't be using the tracking speed disruption, but could definitely use optimal range disruption. Thera is Bay. I have no idea what that means. This is interesting. It gives up about 10,000 DHP to have an armor rep. Thera is my friend. I don't even know, what does Thera have to do with what we're doing? I don't understand how that relates. So got two, are these smalls? Yeah. I'd have some, oh, it's only got 14 DPS. Wow. The small, what's their range? 3K. Drones might sit outside of 3K. What's the range on this one? 4K. And does 120 damage. Guy who wanted to move the Cyno ship for me. Yeah, I still don't. You didn't load drones into that fit? All right. Yeah, well, so this does 120 thermal damage, whereas these other ones, they're doing 70 explosive. So in theory, if both of them were running, they'd get 140 compared to this, but this has longer range. So I wonder what the most common type of drones are that would be used on me. I actually don't know. I wonder if that's a stat that Squiz could pull out of killboards. Like the most common drone damage types, or the most common weapon damage types used. Yeah, it all depends what's shooting me. This is most likely going to be a disposable ship. So I think that I'm going to go with this right here. Those other ones, thank you. I did use them for inspiration on this to help figure out what I'm doing. So I appreciate those fits that were posted. Yeah, I think this is the fit right here, and save it. Coming up with a name for this. This word right here, or words, that is standard Cyno backwards. So, like, I can build ships with this name on it, and nobody would know what the hell it is. I look at it, I can read it backwards. I know that it's my standard Cyno fit. How's that, huh? And then I'm going to put some numbers on here so I know what revision it is. And then those will get scraped off whenever I do a build. So, yeah. So, Onyek Dradnats, which is standard Cyno spoken backwards. Yeah. So, all right, good. I have that one. It's 2024. Did I put something else? Oh my God. I may have. 2025. Oh yeah. I'm just a little bit ahead of myself. You know, no worries, huh? Oh, man. All right, so my other character here. And we're going to save this. I'll fix that number there. Then I need to figure out what all I need to do to fit into it properly. So I'm going to have some more skills here that I need for sure. Energy pulse weapons and sensor linking. So, God, I wish I could do all of these at the same time. We're going to get that anchoring done. Because the anchoring, I can do that before I have this all the way trained up. And then I can do the disposables, which I could do, you know, today. I could just apply some skill points to that if I wanted to do it today. I don't think I want to move a capital today. And so energy pulse weapons. Oh, we're probably going to want more of that, but the sensor linking stuff, and how it affects these right here. So this is going to affect probably the CPU usage and Capacitor needed bonus, negative 5%. So there's my cap. Okay. So time is at 12 days. Which is going to be better, Recon 5 or the sensor linking? I'm going to put it out there. And then the other one here, smart bombs. And what is it per level on this? Really say. Smart bomb duration. Okay. Yeah, so cycle duration, which means it'll hit more. You have a motto, why move a capital when you can have 10? Okay, so I actually don't disagree with that, but at the same time, you got to get your stuff moved initially to the place that you want to go. So, you know, it's needed. All right, so those are my deficiencies with this, I believe. Let me look at the other items here and make sure. Okay, that's fine. Cloaking's fine. Capacitor, systems operation, power grid management. I would, let's see, I'm level 5 on both of those. So this electronic warfare 4. I must have already done electronic warfare. Okay. Probably going to be the same stuff. Yep. This sensor linking is in there. Okay. Wouldn't expect anything less. Those are really basic. Okay, those are good. The mastery thing, I can look at it for this ship for this guy, and then it might expose some other stuff as well. You know, like cloaking 5. All right. Reduction in the targeting delay after uncloaking. Okay, it doesn't really matter too much on this guy because he's not a combat tackler, but I'm going to put it in here for later. And then gunnery. So he's not going to shoot anything. Doesn't matter on this guy. But it's good to see, you know, what it would be. Mimitar drone specialization. Oh, how interesting. So I did, it does have 3 Mimitar drones. And so I wonder where I would want to put that in at. That's really interesting. I didn't know that this guy had a deficiency in that. He uses drones all the time, or she does, female character. So I think three days on that, and then that. All right, so this is exposing a few more things by going through this. Let me move it over just a little bit so you guys can see it better. Medium hybrid turret. I don't need to do anything on that because I'm not going to use any guns on it. Sensor dampening. Interesting. So long distance jamming, skill at long range operation of electronic warfare systems, 10% bonus to the optimal range of ECM, remote sensor dampener weapons. Okay, so this right here then, its attributes are that it's going to go 12K. And so it's going to give a range bonus. Percentage is way cheaper than T2. Well, I've designed it. I'm gonna get this character up to the skills on everything anyway. So yeah, and then frequency modulation, 10% bonus to fall off for ECM, remote sensor dampeners, weapon disruptors. Wow, all of these, and signal suppression, skilled operating remote sensor dampeners, 5% bonus to remote sensor dampeners, scan resolution, and targeting range suppression. So I need all three of these. Wow, that's a lot of training. I need all three of these to be totally effective at some of the modules that I'm using. So, this is interesting. It's going to be a lot of additional training. And it's almost like maybe I'm going to end up using a bunch of this unallocated skill points right now. So today's just starting the game. Don't know much less about PvP. Understand there are many distrusts in the game. Yeah, I mean, everyone's a suspect, even if you're working with them. Meaning, like, if your corp leaders tell you, oh, put all of, if you join a corp and they tell you, put all your stuff, your personal stuff into the hangars here, just in case somebody else needs to use it or they can give you other stuff or whatever. You'd be like, no, I'll just keep it in my own hangar. Because they're just setting you up to build up your wealth and have you do a bunch of stuff and then steal it from you. Shit like that. That is not the norm, but it does happen. So, you know, it's all about finding a good corp and stuff. And then, you know, like I got AWOXed the other day. It's been, you know, a month and a half ago, I think. Anyway, it was one of my own alliance members hit me, took out my paladin. They led neutrals to me and stuff, and so, you know, you just you have to defend mostly against unknowns, but you also have to defend yourself against your friends a little bit too. You know, the ultimate is that we don't even trust our alts. You know, so you know, and that's a joke, but at the same time it just shows you kind of the scope of it. So I'm just building this skill list here. Yeah, Brave is probably one of the better corps and everything. See a Moros that was AWOXed yesterday? Dude. I wonder... Squiz, are you here? Do you have an AWOX filter? For when there's somebody on your own team that you're blue to that takes you out? That would be a really interesting thing to look up, of the AWOXs, where they're happening the most. I suspect they're happening most in our alliance in Pandemic Horde, because we are so loose about letting people in. But I don't know, you know. Wait. What the fuck? It really added all of this? Wait, what did I just do? How did I just add all of these? Wait, what the fuck did I just do? I just doubled my time. It was 400 and some odd days, now 786. Did I accidentally put all of those in at once? What the hell did I do? It put in the whole thing to go to Mastery 5. How did that happen? Skills added to skill queue. Oh my god. I screwed up here somehow. I screwed up and added all of this stuff that I don't need. Like, this character does not fire guns. Yeah, I don't know what I did. I clicked something. I meant to buy the one thing, and I bought it and said, put everything in. Well, crap. I didn't mean to do that. So now I'm going to remove a whole bunch of stuff. Mistakes were made. I don't want to put stuff in her skill queue that she's not going to use. I want to make her hyper effective. And anybody who plays Eve, if you have multiple characters, you hyper specialize your characters, because then you get to the higher end stuff a lot quicker. Shift click and remove many skills at one time. Okay, let me try that. Here's Caldari drone specialization, which I didn't have in there apparently. Nice. Okay. Thank you. That was a good tip. Mortem remove. Frequency modulation, 10% bonus fall off of ECM remote sensor dampers. Okay, yeah, so we want that. Okay, so I do want these things in here, but I don't know that, God, dragging them all up. So these are the three that I was intending on adding. I wish that I could move all of these at once. There doesn't seem to be a way to do that. If somebody does know a way to move a whole block at once, let me know, but I don't think you can. So export the list and then import it back in. Yeah, screw that. Here, I'm just going to remove all of those. And then I can go about my business as I was planning to do it in the first place. So now I can put in some frequency modulation stuff. Let's see, here's the sensor linking. So we're going to do a frequency modulation and, oh, does this need to be after sensor linking 5? Okay. Energy pulse weapons. Smart bombs. Okay, yeah. So I'm just trying to put these out so that I get the most bang for the buck in my training time. There. I think that's where I'm at for stuff. Now, I think I'm going to apply a bunch of skill points, but what I'm first going to do is I'm going to look and see if I've claimed any stuff on this. And, you know, we got all the login rewards that we've been getting and stuff. And let's see here. What else is on this account? All right, I have a bunch of skill points I can add here. Right, so that added a little bit more. And then do I have any training boost stuff? Don't see any. Cerebral accelerators. Right. So, wait, it still says I have 3.8 million. I thought that's what I had before. Maybe I have to close it and reopen it, and then it'll show something new. Nope. All right, well, I did redeem those, right? I did. Yeah. I must have had 3 point something else. You know. All right, let's see how much, how far we'll get with this. Thought I had 3.3. Okay, I may have. So, this says that I am going to get, wow, all the way into Recon Ships 5 training. Sweet. Really? That's quite a lot that I'm getting in there. Wow. We're at 487 days. Let's see how much this removes. Wow. 85 days. That's pretty sweet. Look at that. Nothing else on here saying, nope, you can't do it. I'm good to go. Yeah. All right. Excellent. Well, I'm happy about that. Okay. That means that literally I can start today. All right. So, if this ship works out nicely for doing the Cyno stuff, I will, of course, post the fit on EWB. But at this time, it's a complete unknown. It might be a complete shit show. In fact, I kind of think it more falls on the side if it's going to be a complete shit show. So, anyway, if you're watching on YouTube, I'll see you in the next episode.